Hello and welcome students to the next lecture of the group theory. Today we will discuss the next definition of the permutation group. So let's see what we mean by permutation group. Let A be a finite set and a function f is defined. So we are talking about this function f and that is from A to A. So the function f has to be from the set A to set A will be a permutation set if, so there has to be two conditions. One, f is 1 on 1 and f is on 2, and together these two conditions gives the bijection. So if the f is a bijection from a set A to itself, then it is called a permutation of A. The number of the distinct elements, like in a set, so number of the distinct elements into the set A will be called as the degree of permutation. So this is the definition of the permutation. So you can see that any function which can be defined by f from A to A, where the elements A1 has been mapped to A1. So this is the f function which is mapping A to A1. Now A2 is being mapped to A2 with the help of this function f, and so on. Like the element an is mapped on an itself with the mapping f. This mapping has to be 1 on 1 and on 2, that is bijection. So now let's see one example. Equality of two permutations. So let's talk about the equality of two permutation. In the same question we will see the example of the permutation also. If you can see that the set is being given with the elements 1, 2, 3 and 4. So you can see this is the example of the permutation, where the elements of the set are 1, 2, 3 and 4, where 1 is mapped to 2, 2 is mapped to 3, 3 is mapped on 4 and 4 is mapped on 1. So we can see that the mapping is 1 on 1. Each element is mapped with only one element, and this is on 2 also. No element is left to be mapped, and there is no other external element that is involved into this mapping. So the elements of A are mapped onto the elements of A. For example, 4 is mapped on 1, it is not mapped on 5. 5 will be an external element which is not present into the set. So all the elements are mapped with such elements which are present into the set itself. So f is an example. Now let's talk about the equality. So we have given two permutations, a permutation f and permutation g. F and g, you can see f with such mapping and g is with the mapping where all the elements of 1, 2, 3 and 4 are mapped. The difference is this: in this 1 is mapped with 2, here 1 is also 1 is mapped with 2, and in the g 1 is also mapped with 2. Here 2 is mapped with 3 and here 2 is mapped with 3. You can see 3 is mapped with 4 and here 3 is mapped with 4. Here 4 is mapped with 1 and here 4 is mapped with 1. So we can see all the mappings are similar, although the order differs. Here the order of the element is 1, 2, 3, 4, and here the element order is 3, 2, 1 and 4. The order is different, but if you'll see, the mapping is same. So such two mappings or such two permutations will be termed as equal permutations when they have similar mappings. So these are the equal permutations. Identity permutation. What is an identity permutation? A permutation whose elements are mapped to themselves only, that is identity permutation, which means A is mapped on A, B is mapped on B, C is mapped on C. So this is the identity permutation. Like in the previous case, if we would have some other mapping where the element 1 would have been mapped on 1, 2 mapped on 2, 3 mapped on 3 and 4 mapped on 4. So this would have been the identity permutation. Product of permutations or composition of permutations, like you have seen the composition of the mapping. So in similar way we have f and g, so the product of these two mappings. So for the just to find out the product, we will see let's say this is the A1 element from the first mapping, which is mapped on B1. So in the second mapping, we will find out where is B1 and B1 is mapped with which element. So in this G, B1 is mapped with C1. So we will eliminate these common elements and we have a new mapping, let's say A1 to C1. So this will be the resultant composition mapping FOG. So A1 will be mapped to this C1. Let's see another example. Here in this case, AN is mapped on BN. So we will find in the second mapping where is BN, and BN is mapped with which element. So in the second mapping, BN is mapped with CN. So we'll eliminate this common element and we have a new composite mapping that AN is mapped with CN. So this will be our resultant mapping. In this way, we can find out the product or composite mapping, or product or composition of permutations. So let's see an example. Find the product of two permutations and show that this is non-commutative. So we'll have to see the product. So in the same manner, we will use the definition. We'll see the first element 1 is mapped on 2. So we will search for 2 in the second, and we can see this is mapped on 2. So the mapping of 1 will result to 2. So this is our resultant 1 to 2. Now let's find out the second element. Here 2 is mapped with 1. So let me do this. So here second element 2 is mapped on 1. So we'll search 1, and which is mapped with 3. So the resultant mapping will be 2 to 3. So this is this has to be 2 to 3. So this is 2 to 1. Okay, let me see the resultant. Okay, right, this is the resultant. So this is 2 to 3, right. Now similar way, if we'll find out the next element, so this is 3 mapped with 4, we'll search for 4. 4 is mapped with 4, so the resultant is 3 to 4. So let's see in the resultant, which is 3 to 4. Excuse me. Similarly, the last one, the element 4. So this is 4 is mapped with 3, 3 is mapped with 1, resultant 4 with 1. So let's see in the resultant mapping. Yes, we can see the 4 is mapped with 1. So this is the FOG. So this is the product. Now in the question we have to also show that it is non-commutative. So we will find out GOF also. So now in the case of GOF, we will take G first. We will write G first. So this is G. So we will take this first and mapping F in the second way. So we'll write G first, like here. This is G and this is F. Now we will search in the same manner. The first element is 1 mapped with 3. We'll search for 3 mapped with 4. So the resultant is 1 to 4. So you can see 1 to 4. Okay, the next is 2 mapped with 2. Here 2 mapped with 1. So this has to be 2 with 1. So 2 with 1 seems to be more complicated, right. So in the same manner, the third element, we can see 3 with 1. So we'll search 1 with 2. Resultant is 3 with 2. So we have 3 with 2. So we can see 3 with 2. So we can see this is the resultant composition or resultant product, and it is very much different from the previous one, FOG. This is FOG and this is GOF. So once this is FOG and this is GOF, we can compare and see. So here 1 is mapped with 2, here 1 is mapped with 4, 2 is with 3, here 2 is mapped with 1, 3 is mapped with 4, here 3 is mapped with 2, 4 is mapped with 1, and here 4 is mapped with 3. So very much different, the composition is very much different, hence we say that these two compositions are not equal, and hence it is not composite. So we conclude that f of g is not equal to g of f. Similarly, we can prove the another property, that we can see that permutation multiplication is associative. It's not commutative, but it is associative. So we can prove this, like we have these three permutations p1, p2 and p3. So we can prove the associative property. We can calculate p1 with p2 and p3, p1 composed with p2, and the resultant is composed with p3, and we will be able to see that this property holds. So the commutative property does not holds, but the associative property holds. Inverse permutation. What will be the inverse permutation? Once we will reverse the mapping. So in f, let's say in the permutation, if a1 is mapped with v1 b1, then in inverse b1 will be mapped with a1. So just by reversing the mapping, we could find out the inverse permutation. Total number of permutation. For example, in there is a set, let's say A with elements 1, 2 and 3, then this S will be the set that combines all the possible permutations on set A. So here we can see that the all possible permutations in set A are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, all distinct permutations. So we have all 6 distinct permutations. In collection of all these 6 distinct permutations, that is denoted by S3. For example, this is P0, which is an identity one also. This is P1, where we have permuted, we have different options. P3, we have different options. In this way we can have different permutations which are all based on the set A. So this is the total number of permutations, and this set total number of permutation, when combined with the operation, a different operation can be done. The different operation, when combined with the different operation together, will be the permutative group. So if we'll consider this S with operation, let's say this will be written by, this is S with some operation that can be performed on to the permutation. So this will be a permutation group. So that's it for the lecture. Thank you so much.